In the skies above Rome, the Italian Air Force display team, the Frecce Tricolore, paint the national flag across the capital. They do this every year on the day Italy was liberated from Nazi rule. But this year there was a second liberation to celebrate as the government announced the first steps to lifting Italy's lockdown. In the empty streets of Rome below, you can see how much stricter has been the quarantine here than in London or any UK city. The police still enforce all restrictions on movement, so the relief when the Prime Minister announced an end is in sight was palpable, even if it's only a few first steps. If we don't keep our distance, Giuseppe Conte told the nation in a televised address, the curve of the epidemic can rise again, and the damage to our economy then would be irreversible. If you love Italy, keep your distance. In Milan, they're preparing for the first workers to be back on public transport in 10 days' time, with strict instructions as to where to stand and where not to sit. The Fiat factory in Turin, the other great northern Italian city, is already bringing workers back to get at least some of their production line running again. But even as people creep back, having their temperature taken as they come in, one of Italy's top virologists told me he is worried this is happening too soon.
But of course, it will be for sure disastrous to go back to a lockdown, particularly for economic and social reasons. I don't think the Italian population is ready to go back to a lockdown. There is so much anticipation, and I think that this has not been taken into full account.
The centre of Milan today remains completely deserted. This lockdown will have been this tight for 8 weeks. But even so, the city's deputy mayor says the relaxation must be slow and steady.
Can't be in one shot. It's impossible. We have to prepare the ground, and we have to begin, step by step to go on. I don't know how much time it will take.
That means on current schedules, no bars or restaurants for another month, June the 1st at the earliest. Italy is reawakening from this terrible ordeal, but very slowly. James Mates, News at 10.